ChatGerry, from trigger investigation to likelihood of another stroke, number 1540, VPT 093, February 18, 2026, Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation, category stroke. I cannot undo the tiny calcium deposits that have built up in my brain's small blood vessels after 36 years of type 2 diabetes. That damage is already there. Because of that, my plan cannot focus on reversing the past. It must focus on protecting my future. My life now depends on preventing another sudden blood pressure surge that could break a fragile vessel again. That is why, starting on August 2, 2025, I began checking my blood pressure 20 to 24 times a day. I now have more than 30,000 readings. My goal is simple: catch dangerous spikes early and calm them before they cause harm. I had a hemorrhagic stroke on June 21, 2025, followed by several seizures and a week in the hospital. Since then, blood pressure control has become my daily priority. Each time I measure my systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, and heart rate. I also calculate three things: pulse pressure PP, which shows how stiff the blood vessels are; mean arterial pressure MAP, which is the average pressure pushing blood through the body; and the systolic blood pressure spike, which shows how much higher the current systolic blood pressure is compared to my daily averaged SBP level. These numbers are not just data. They tell me how much stress my blood vessels are under. Because my blood vessels are already fragile, I think of them as a structure with a fixed limit of strength. I cannot change that limit. What I can change is the daily pressure load I put on that structure. To help me monitor this, I created something called the Trigger Sensitivity Index, or TSI. It combines pulse pressure and systolic pressure into a single number that tells me whether my system is drifting toward danger or moving back into a safer zone. TSI is not meant to predict the exact day of a stroke. It is a stability gauge. Trigger Sensitivity Index TSI equals PP 45 SBP 120 100. Most stroke research asks who will have a stroke in the next 5 to 10 years. My question is different. I want to know how one person's system becomes unstable over months, and how daily behavior can push it back towards safety. A stroke may happen suddenly, but the instability that allows it to happen builds slowly. When the system is already sensitive, the final trigger is not bad luck. It is the last load placed on a weakened structure. My TSI data from 2014 to 2026 shows 3 clear stages: a long period of low, stable risk during 2014 to 2018, a slow rise as damage accumulated during 2019 to 2022, and a high strain plateau before the stroke during 2023 to 2025. This pattern is exactly what engineers see in materials under repeated stress. Over time, the safety margin shrinks. The structure becomes easier to break. My 90-day moving average over the 1st of January 2024 February 17, 2026 makes this even clearer. My TSI rose through 2024, climbed faster in early 2025, peaked around my stroke on June 21, 2025, and dropped into a safer range after I changed my daily habits. This is not prediction. It is a real-time picture of the safety range of my stroke risk. Disclaimer: I write this paper not for fame, but to share what I have learned so others can understand their health, prevent disease, and live longer, healthier lives. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C. This content is provided for educational reference only and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.